All right, Broncos country. So here's a good one for you. I was doing some research trying to see if there was any talks with the Denver Broncos and Courtland Sutton in regards to his contract, since he's on the final year of his $60 million contract. And what I found instead was a trade rumor that I thought might be pretty interesting and, is a possibility. But Bleacher Report's Alex K is predicting that the New York Jets are going to try and pursue a wide receiver, and more than likely they're going to eye Courtland Sutton should he become available. Courtland Sutton is coming off his first 1,000-yard receiving year since 2019. He also added 8 touchdowns to his name last season. As of right now, the Jets have one of the worst receiving rooms in the league, with Garrett Wilson really being their only star player. The other notable receivers on their roster would be Josh Reynolds and Allen Lazard. But again, the Jets just signed Justin Fields to replace Aaron Rodgers. And if they want to give him a shot to be successful, they're going to want to add a viable option at wide receiver number 2, which would probably make sense to sign Courtland Sutton. So what's the trade rumor, you may ask? Well, again, as I was doing some research and digging in, Alex K from Bleacher Report is predicting that the Jets will more than likely try to get Sutton from the Broncos with a 2026 4th-round pick and a 2027 7th-round pick. And then the question becomes, would Sean Payton and George Patton entertain that idea of trade talks? And the reason I bring that up is because, as we saw last season, the Broncos restructured Timothy Patrick's contract. And then after preseason, they released him, and then he was signed by the Detroit Lions. So I would say anything is possible at this point, and I wouldn't put anything off of the table just yet. Me personally, though, if the Broncos are going to entertain a trade talk, should Courtland Sutton become available, I wouldn't settle for anything less than a 3rd-round pick or a player of talent. The Broncos have a very young receiving core with Devon Villay, although he's missed the last 2 days of minicamp, who shows he's a viable option. Pat Bryant is really turning heads at camp. Marvin Mims is expected to have a breakout year, as well as Troy Franklin. So would they survive without Courtland Sutton? I think they would, especially now that Evan Ingram was signed in the offseason and bringing in J.K. Dobbins very recently. But I want to know your guys' thoughts, so make sure you comment below, and I'll be sure to keep an eye on this one for sure.